Hey, beautiful people. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. My name is Marcus. Welcome to Discover Ignite. And today we're talking about dealing with change. Now, I know change can be extremely scary for a lot of people out there, so I want to share my story with you guys and at a young age, how I saw value in change and how I picked up some key concepts that actually helped me throughout some major life events. So stick tight and let's get started. So my story starts in high school. Now I know a lot of people's good stories always start from high school, it seems like, but in particular it was my sophomore year. I recall it very vividly actually. You have to remember that before this time I have seen a lot of a change in my life, and it was hard for me. I spent my first 12 years of my life in New Mexico, and then I moved to upstate New York, to a really rural area. And then from there, my parents split after being up there for a couple of years. They split, and I went from the East Coast to the West Coast. So I was in California. And then even then, up until my sophomore year, I had started a high school, and I didn't really care for it, and ended up transitioning to a different high school. Now, at this point, I had seen so much change in my life, and it was still scary. It was always scary. And so I remember that particular day. You're all ready for school, you're excited about what's gonna happen, all the new stuff that's gonna happen, and then when your mom says, hey, get in the car, it's time to go, then you're like, oh geez, I don't know, no, this is a bad idea, maybe I should pretend to be sick, maybe I should I don't wanna go, you're just so jittery and you don't know what to feel, what to do, every emotion is going through your body. And so anyway, you end up getting in the car, and then I remember it seemed like every block, you just get more anxious and more nervous, and then my mom asked, so how are you feeling? And I remember telling her at that time that I felt scared. I didn't feel good. I didn't really know what to tell her, so I just told her I didn't feel good. And I remember her asking, well, do you want to go home? And I was like, no, I don't want to go home. And she said, well, you have to think of it as a new start. And from that point in my life, I realized, all the change in my life, I don't have to let it make me feel this way. That I can do something about it. I don't have to allow it to cause me fear, to cause me, anger or, frustration, or make me want to vomit or anything like that. You have complete control. And so from that point on, I've used that as change being a fresh start. I've gone through my life, I've gone through a couple different career changes, I've been through divorce, I've been through major life events, and so it's just, you have to see change as a fresh start. Now I know a lot of times it doesn't seem that way, right? A lot of times change is scary. Change, you don't know what's coming with change, and that's the hardest thing. Is a lot of people will sit there and they don't want to leave their comfort zone. And for me, growing up, that was the hardest thing, is you don't want to leave your comfort zone. You always want to be comforted. You always want to feel secure, right? And so to step out of something you're comfortable with, it requires some courage, right? You have to take that step forward. You have to continue walking down that path. And I think that's the biggest thing, is when dealing with change, you have to realize that it's going to be scary. I know even to this day, a lot of new changes, they're scary, right? I mean, especially if it's a big life change, right? If you're going through a divorce, or if you're changing a new job, changing a new career, dealing with a death or something like that, the change you're not ready for, because you're comfortable and you feel like nothing is ever going to happen, right? That's your comfort zone. It's going to stay that way forever. But we forget that life changes. Life is always changing. Nothing will always be the same. You will always lose everything you essentially have at some point, right? You will go through life and whatever relationships might end, jobs will end, whether you're gonna, change jobs, or whether you get fired, or whether, the company goes under, whatever the deal is, there's always going to be change. You have to be able to adapt to this change. And it seems hard, and it seems tough, and it seems like, oh my God, the sky is falling, when in fact it is not falling at all. There's nothing wrong with the situation. And so what we need to understand is that change is okay, that there's nothing wrong with change. Change is good. Change is opportunity, right? If you look at change, you have to do it from like a top-down view, right? You have to look at the grand scheme of everything and realize that change is good. Change will help you grow. There may be things that you want to try that are new, that you're like, well, I don't want to change this routine, and then you change that routine and you find out it actually brings you, great things. Maybe you learn a new skill, maybe you find a new relationship, maybe you find a better job, maybe you just find new opportunity that it just revives you and makes you feel fantastic, right? And that wouldn't come without change. So to think that whatever you're doing and doing the same things over and over, that stuff's just going to automatically change, it won't change. If change can be forced upon you. So you have to understand that change will be forced upon you whether you like it or not. But the best part is you can change at any moment. If you can change at any moment, you can bring positive change into your life. And even if you weren't expecting that change can actually, it can come, right? It can come in to your life, and then you just accept it. You adapt to that change. Now, you have to understand that if it's something that's happened that you have no control over, that's fine. But you have to look at the positive about it, right? There could be something good. This could be a sign that this change is bringing something good into your life. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe you try to do something new and it just is not working out for whatever reason, and that's fine. But you change, you tried it, right? You tried it and it's not working out, that's fine. Try something else. Make a new, different change. Whatever it may be, but you should never be scared of change. And sometimes this is hard to break out of. It's hard to break this mold, is to force the change on yourself, right? Keep doing change. Don't be comfortable. Always trying to change things up. Change your routine. Change any little thing that you're doing. And changing routine, or doing the small things to incorporate change, will help you in the bigger things, in the grand scheme of things, if you want to make bigger changes in your life. So if you want to make a lifestyle change, you want to make your life healthier, it's always good to start with the little things. Change your routine a little bit, maybe incorporate some fruits and vegetables, whatever it may be, and then start from there. Start little and then make the bigger changes. And you'll find that doing it this way will help you with change, whether it's something you're expecting or whether it's something you're not expecting. This is something that you're going to have to adapt to. So in conclusion, I just want to say that change is a good thing. It's going to take time to understand change, to push yourself out there more. If you haven't had a lot of change in your life, try to experience more change, and this will help you be able to handle change a lot better. Now, some people, they live a life where they haven't actually been able to experience a lot of change. And in those particular situations, it is good to force change on yourself and make it little. Do little changes in your life, little routine changes, little life changes, and discover new things, right? And it's going to be hard, it's going to be scary, but you know what? There's other emotions. You can also find joy and happiness from change. And these are the things I want you to concentrate on. These are the things that I think are most important from change, is that you can discover brand new things, discover things you didn't know about yourself, discover fantastic new relationships or new jobs or new opportunity. So don't see change as a bad thing. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope that maybe you got some good concepts out of this video that maybe you want to use in your life. If you don't know anybody that is trying to deal with change and would get something out of this video, please share with them. And also, if there's anything that any of these concepts that you want to use in your life in dealing with change, please comment below, because I'd love to know what concepts you took out of this video that would help you in your life. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe if you like this video and want to see more videos like this. But until next time, I will see you guys later.